Hello sim racers, and welcome to this latest pit lane sim racing head-to-head battle. In this video we will be pitting Assetto Corsa and rFactor 2 against each other to find out which title has the best 1990s V12 open wheeler. For Assetto Corsa we will be using the Race Sim Studios ASR Formula V12, and for rFactor 2 we will be using the ASR Formula V12 Ferrari. Of course, we will be racing around the wonderful Silverstone GP circuit. So, let's get started. Let's hit the track as it's lights out and away we go. So here we are in Assetto Corsa in the Race Sim Studios Formula 1990 V12. And we're just about to pull out the pit lane at Silverstone. We've got it set to cloudy and afternoon. Okay. Let's get out on track, get ready to do a quick lap. First of all, first impressions of how the car looks inside this cockpit in VR with my Oculus Rift S it's really crisp, clean, full of all the little dials and antennae and lights and dashboard display that you'd expect to see. And again, if you poke your head up, you can see the wheel hub assembly, suspension, steering. They've taken the time to accurately model this car. Really loving the attention to detail that Race Sim Studio have given this car. Right. And so that even without pushing it, you can start to hear that V12 behind you beginning to scream. Of course, as we get ready to set a quick lap, we don't have any ABS, we don't have any traction control. We do have a shed load of downforce and a huge, great big V12 to propel us down the straights with. So this is going to be an entertaining lap. Oh, the car really feels alive there. The back end was squirming away under full throttle. It's all being beautifully communicated back through my wheel via the force feedback. Oh. In we go, let's tuck it in. Oh, bit of understeer there. Beautifully communicated. Knew that I just had to be a little bit more patient on the throttle before I nailed it. Oh, you can really feel the weight of this car. Remember, it's no electric or hydraulic steering. These cars required a fair amount of effort to throw around, and that is being represented really well. It's just really crisp, clean. Race Sim Studios have really taken advantage of the physics and tyre model available in Assetto Corsa to make absolutely fantastic addition to this sim racing title. Really feels like you are throwing a big old Formula 1 car around, and being sat in a cockpit here in VR, the sense of immersion is fantastic. This is properly smile-inducing, but incredibly hard work. There we are, look, tucked it in better this time around. You can feel that back end squirming around as it squats down as you apply the throttle. This thing just feels alive. Now, you know, this is a paid mod, not a free mod, but Race Sim Studio do have a very good pedigree when it comes to quality modded content for rFactor 2, and this one is no exception. They really do get everything out of this sim racing title and more. Oh, this is brilliant. It's hard work, but it's really fun. And just imagine what the real drivers must have felt like driving these things for 2 hours as part of an F1 Grand Prix. Right, well, that's the Race Sim Studios 1990 V12 in Assetto Corsa. Checked out. Man alive, this has set the benchmark very high. Those guys at ASR Formula with their rFactor 2 kart, they got some big shoes to fill. So here we are in rFactor 2 in the ASR Formula Ferrari V12. Another 1990s F1 car. We're getting ready to go out and leave the pit lane. Again, of a cloudy afternoon, Silverstone circuit. Again, you notice straight away just how beautifully detailed and modelled the cockpit is. All the antennae, switchgear labels, it's all there. Again, if you look up at the cockpit, this is what VR was made for. There's your front wing end plates, all your suspension and assemblies and all that lot. It's all there. Got the beautiful scream of that V12 that's bolted to the chassis just behind your seat. Again, it's a 1990s F1 car. No traction control, no ABS. Just loads of downforce and a big V12. And loads of fun. So we're just waiting for the tyres to come on song, and then we'll do a quick lap and see how we feel about the handling physics and force feedback of this V12 in rFactor 2. Okay, let's get ready for the quick lap. Let's get ready for the comparison. Ooh. Bit of a rear lock up there, too many gears. Okay, right. Let's try and find a way getting the power down safely. And again, these cars really do feel alive. rFactor 2's G-motor engine doing a fantastic job of communicating just how tricky it is to get all that horsepower down onto the track. This car certainly feels more alive than the Assetto Corsa version. I'm having to work a lot harder at the wheel. There's a lot more movement going on. This car feels more exciting, more dynamic to drive. It's just as hard though to push. The steering feels heavy, feels weighted. Oh man. It really is a joy to behold. Racing in VR with a good quality mod. Using a great sim racing title. You just can't beat it. This is... I went in a bit deep there. I can feel the understeer, the steering goes light. So I know I have to back off, be patient with the throttle, allow the front end to get some grip again. And there is a demonstration of how quickly that back end snaps out, how quickly that's communicated via the wheel, and how easy it is to catch it and rectify it. You're just getting everything back through the wheel that you need to be able to drive this car on the limit. So you just feel a bit of understeer going in, a little bit of oversteer coming out. The information is sent quickly to the wheel, so you can process it, react to it, and make the necessary adjustments and changes. ASR Formula have done a brilliant job. They've really nailed this. Again, like the team over at Racing Studios, they've utilised the physics, they've utilised the tyre model from their respective chosen sim titles. Ooh. Do you know what? I thought the Assetto Corsa V12 was good. This is certainly giving it a real stiff challenge. Gonna have to have a think about this one, and then I shall I'm going to declare a winner one way or another, and that's going to be in the final segment of this head-to-head battle. Drum roll please for the winner of this pit lane sim racing head-to-head battle, and it is rFactor 2 and the ASR Formula Ferrari V12. Yes, I know, close run thing, one of the tightest battles we've had so far, but the rFactor 2 V12 just won it. They both looked fantastic, both cars sounded fantastic, and both were an absolute blast to race. But the rFactor 2 version by ASR Formula just felt that little bit more alive, felt more active, required more driver input to be able to dance it on the limit, and for that reason it's the winner. But rest assured, no matter which sim racing title you have, no matter which one of these two you pick up, you'll have great fun and you'll really enjoy the experience. But for me, it's got to be rFactor 2, it's got to be the ASR Formula V12 Ferrari.